First of all, thanks for tuning in to Moth Like. We do appreciate your viewership. Tonight we're going to show you a BCA 8-ball league match between the team I'm on, which is Spin Doctors, we're sitting in 5th place at the moment, Sable, and Balls of Fire, sitting in 7th. So without any further ado, let's join the pool. You can see Brian Wroolie and David Sadis hitting them up in the first round. Thank you. So Brian's breaking the balls here in rack 1. And looks like he's going to make the 15 in the top left. And very quickly decides on the solids. The combination onto the 6 here. Should leave him a shot on the 1. Don't think the 5 passes the 13. Well, it may do. I know that the 3 will pass the 9 in the top left only. And the 2 passes no problem. He's taking the 7 now. So we'll have to choose to either go up or down. And he's obviously the 5 does go. He's got to play forward. He wants to try and get shape on the 3 in the top left here. He's got to avoid that 13. Yeah, and the spin he had on, unfortunately, just took him into the 13. So I think that could be end of break. All right, he's called a 4-ball combination. He's playing the 4 in the corner. Is he going to make it? Just. Mind you, he's snookered himself behind the 13, so the short stick is coming out. Going to try and make this 3 in the bottom right. He should get shape on that 2-ball. Oh, and what a jump that was. Phenomenal shot from Brian. Keeping the break and run alive. Now, if you can get forward here, this 8 will pass into the top left and right. Has he got the angle, or is he trying to break him up? It's like he might be trying to split him up. Oh, just grazed the 8-ball. If he missed the 8 and hit the 12, it'd have been good, but he's called it safe, so unfortunately no break and run for Brian. And he's tied up the 8-ball there. Also tying up the 10, of course, but there is a 3-ball combination for David if he wanted to play that. Brian playing the 8-ball again here. He really needs to develop the 8 if he wants to have a chance of winning the game. But he's been patient. So there's 14 in the corner. And is he just going to hide the cue ball again? I think that's what he played, but played a dangerous game going into him. So I think Brian may have been trying to sink the 12 there and open up that pocket. But the 8-ball is out, and especially now, David's taken that 12. The 8 does have a pocket. Only 13's next, I would imagine. Oh, he's lost the cue ball, though. So he's trying to play a thin edge and get safe off this. But I don't know how safe that is. This 8-ball cuts. And if he makes this, this will give Brian the first rack. And Spin Doctors will be leading by 1 rack to 0. And in this new feature, you can see the pot players there have got 100% pot success. It's maybe just the shape success of 62 that gave Brian the edge there. So next up, Desi versus Lee. Jesse's coming up dry. Scattered the balls. You've got to fear the worst when that happens. Especially if you leave all of one suit in the open, and all the stripes are definitely available for Lee. Making this 11. Now he's got a shot at the 12 in the top left. And drawing all the way back. I was thinking it's like the 13. Maybe another little draw shot. And he's getting the 15. He's straight behind it, so I think another draw in order. Now, will this 9 pass the 5? Well, we'll soon find out. Looks like it might do. He played to move it. And just a delicate little cut here. Wants to try and just play 2 rails out for the 8 in the bottom left. That cue ball's run on a little. It's become awkward now. This is a tester. It would be for the run out on the second rack. Just a hair too thick. So Desi comes back to the table with a reprieve. I'm sure he thought it was all over. Just slow rolling this 5. Another shot on the 1. And try and come out down the table a little. But he's not hesitating here. He's called the 7 ball. Got to make this. No. Oh, that's straight in and beautifully on the 2 in the same pocket. Stun out a bit here for the 4 or the 3. I think the 3 is the best angle. He's playing this with top to nudge the 6. Just a little fraction, that's all he needed. And now needs a bit of left on this to make sure he finishes above the 6. Oh, and that's gorgeous. What a shot. And so this simplest of 6 balls won't leave him shape on the 8 to lead 2-0 for Spin Doctors. And his perfect shape percentage probably explains why Jesse's running the table. Wayne bashes the balls. Gets a good break, but I don't think Aiken's going to drop. And it's come up dry, so just into Jan from Balls of Fire approaches the table. Looks like he's playing the solids. Yeah, lovely stroke there on the 1. Now you would imagine we'll play the 7. Use the short rail to get up the table. Anywhere near the centre would be good. And he's nicely on the 2 here. Choose to take the 5 next. Oh, I think the 4 is in his sights. He's playing rail first to get the cue ball to run around, get back into the middle of the table. Needs to slow down. Needs to slow down. And he's out of shape, I'm afraid. He's calling the combo. 6 in the corner. And that was not easy by any stretch. And mine does have this 10. Very delicate, but a nice little touch. 13, just use 1 rail out. With a 14 in the same pocket. Look at that. Very nicely done. So I'll be shaping for the 15 up the rail here. And a follow forward for the 11 in the top left past the 6. Just with a little angle here so he can just play the cue ball away from that short rail. Follow forward just gently. And he's got this dead straight 12 in the bottom left. And probably just stop this dead so he's got a shot at the 9. That 3 interfering somewhat. So he's called the cross corner bank. And he's done that for shape purposes. And to squeeze this in past the 6. And what a beautiful shot that is. So just this 8 ball for a 3-0 lead to Spin Doctors. And a really nice run out for Wayne Crowe. And look at that perfect shape percentage. That's why he's running out. So I approach the table. The last man in this first round for the home team to break the balls. And the strike's flown in. The 8 had a look down the pocket. Didn't like the look of it. Stayed out. So I'm playing the combo here. 11 in the corner. And 15 with a little bit of right-hand English just to avoid that 13 and come back out. Yeah, I think I'll take the 14 from here. I've run a bit past my position on the other balls. I just hold for the 13 if I can. Overhit it, but that 7's done me a big favour. I've got a nice angle on this 9. Can now just do a soft draw. Get the cue ball across for the 10. Don't get too flat. Oh, the 9 had a little wobble. It's a very simple shot now. Just drop this in. You want to get past the pocket line so you can play 2 rails, shape for the 8. Just a little bit of the low centre striking with a trace of right-hand English. I want to just get behind that 8 in the side pocket if I can. I've got into it a bit too much. Oh, nudge the 8. This will pass the 1 now. And so this is for the break and run and 4-0. There we go. Moving into round 2. Now the away team, Balls of Fire with the break. Lee giving them a crack. Made at least 1 stripe. A second one. Nope. 1 stripe down. And the stripes he's taking. Up in the corner here, the 14. 9 onto the 12 combo. Should leave the 9 there if he plays it nice and soft, but he played it a bit hard. The 9's moved away a bit. And looks to be tight past this 7. I think that caused his undoing. If he'd have played that combo a bit softer, maybe he'd still be at the table. But Brian comes forward here, looking at the 7. In the top left. Bit of backspin on this. Probably playing for the 5 afterwards, I would have thought. Oh, he's walloped it, and he's come to move the 3. So, unfortunately, he's not on it, but he's choosing to play the cross corner bank. Bit of a risky option, this. There are plenty of safes available. And I don't see anything safe for the stripes. Okay, the 9-13. Oh, but he's opened those up as well. So, could be a costly gamble for Brian as Lee comes to the table, makes a beautiful 13. Oh, look at that kiss. So 15, 11, 9. He switches to left hands. And a nice follow forward there to lead the 11. And he's got the perfect angle. Just slow roll this. And could do another slow roll. No need to make any heroics. Well, he's just stunned it. That's very nice. So this 8, to get balls of fire on the scoreboard. It's 1-4, they trail. Coming to the table just into jam. Breaking the balls, rack 6. Well, he's made a couple of balls and the cue ball. There's the 3rd ball going in. But it's a foul shot, so none of those count in terms of successful pots for his statistics, I'm afraid. As Desi chooses the stripes. There's a slow roll for the 12 here. Oh, but he's gone behind the 2. Not as planned then. He's very thin on this 11, playing it with a bit of left English. Oh, he's missed it. He's clipped it, but that's a foul. That's no rail. But I don't think Justin's aware. He's playing the cue ball from where it's sitting. It's a nice shot on the 2. Now got the 4 up the rail in the top left. And the stop shot will lead him the 3 in the bottom right. Very nice stroke. And just gently forward here for the 6 in the top left. And it's a thin cut here. Bit of a delicate shot to try and hold for the 7 in the same pocket. Maybe a bit of drag on the cue ball. That's a very nice stroke indeed. Perfect shape. Absolutely beautiful. So I'll probably just stun this in and leave the long 8. Yep, that's the way to do it. No point in any heroics with the positional play. When you can just stun this 8 in for the run out. And this will make it 2-4. That balls of fire trail. Nicely done, Justin. So Richard breaking the balls. The 9's dropped in the middle. So successful break. He's taking the 14 in the same. And then he's probably got, well, I was going to say the combination, but he can play directly through to the 13. If it got straight behind the 15, it might have been worth doing the combo because you could just then leave the 15 over the pocket. Fortunately, doesn't get any luck trying to move the 10, so that's still his big problem ball. And he's failed to cut the 12 in. To be fair, it was a bit thin. It was ideal shape. Wayne can get past his 10 for the 5. Now, short side on the 6. Probably play for the 4 in the same pocket. Just tidying up the table. I'll try and get up table. Between the gap between the 8 and the 10. And that's not ideal, but he's calling the 2 in the side. It's a thin cut, but you'd expect him to make this. He'll probably run into the 7, nudge that forward, maybe towards the pocket, and should have a shot on that or the 1. just got a little farther than he wanted. So he's going to try his full stretch here. Yeah, and that didn't go according to plan. Just stretching a little bit has made it a bit awkward. Still got a chance at this 3 though. Oh, but he didn't play it like that. He called that pocket, but he missed it, and that went in off the 12. So rather fortunate there, Wayne. But that's a nice shot. And now he's got the 8 ball to stop the rot and get spin doctors up to 5 racks. Just adjusting his bridge, getting comfortable. And there you go. What a nice run out from Wayne. And just avoided the scratch in the side pocket. So he's got 2 out of 2. I think everyone else is sitting on 1 out of 2 at the moment. Okay, that's the 4 ball dropped and the 10. Nice break from David. Choosing the solids. So the 5 will give him shape on the 6-3. Yeah, taking the 6, maybe nudging into the 3 here. Well, double kissed it and he's got shape on the 7. I'll probably try and play up above the 3. But he's run into it from below. I think that's loss of shape. We're trying to cut the 1 in. No, we've got it. So I'm coming to the table here with a bit of a challenge. No immediately easy pot. So I'm playing safe off the 13, just hooking him on his remaining 3 balls. He's trying the jump shot and gives up ball in hand. So I've now got to choose the pattern that I want to play. And I'm thinking 14, 15, 11, and then 12, 13. But my first shot, I've messed it up. And I can't see the 15. So I've got to try this 12 instead. And slightly awkward cueing. And I didn't put a particularly good stroke on that. I think there may have been easier patterns. And this game will always find you out if you choose the wrong one. And nicely played by David. Got a dead straight 2 ball. He can play short side on the 1. The 8 is waiting over the side pocket. He's just got to get the cue ball on the right-hand side of the table somewhere. That should do it. So, giving me the ultimate punishment for my carelessness. And so this cut on the 8 ball reduces the deficit. So it's spin doctors who lead 5 racks to 3 at the halfway point. So please smash like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you again soon on the channel for the second and concluding part of this thrilling encounter.